guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. I appreciate every second, every minute that you watch this video. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Also, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to my channel. I have awesome videos in the making for you, and I have already uploaded some awesome videos. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, click like, and comment. Let me know, what are your thoughts? And don't be scared if you hear vehicles going by. I live basically on the roadside, okay? So my window is right on the main road, so please bear with me. It's been a long time since I've talked anything about, Jamaican culture in terms of proverbs. Yeah. So if you are Jamaican, then you would have been exposed to some proverb or proverbs of the sort in your lifetime. And if you are also like associated with Jamaicans, then they may hear us say certain things and you're wondering, what on earth is she saying? I don't understand, right? So I'm going to share, maybe one or two with you today, right? So welcome again, guys, to my video. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Please keep your comments respectful. Thank you for joining. So in a world that's competitive, and this one is not restricted to Jamaica, but in a world that's competitive, you always hear about dog eat dog, right? And I grew up with that saying. So you have to basically go hunt for yours. Like dog, I go eat dog. If there is one bone out there, you want it, you have to go at it, even if somebody's going to see you as a meal in order for them to get it, or you're going to see somebody as a meal in order for you to achieve whatever that is. So, a dog eat dog world is kind of a world where people are constantly fighting and, going against each other, undermining each other, using each other in order to achieve something. And so I grew up here in dog eat dog, right? And as I became older, more mature, I started to say to myself, dog eat dog. I don't know how much dogs eat dogs. Think about it. I remember seeing like dogs having puppies, when I was a child. And I have seen like the mother dog, whatever they're called, the female dog, eating like the puppy, like within a couple minutes or so. And I always thought it's because that one puppy may have died during puppy birth. That one puppy may have died during puppy birth. And so, the dog is eating that puppy, or maybe the dog is hungry. I don't know. But I have seen it happen. But I don't know how much it is that dogs go out eating dogs. I do not know of dogs being carnivores, right? Maybe they are. Maybe they aren't. But I don't believe in the dog eat dog kind of mentality. Never did, and I don't see it as the way to achieve success or, to really accomplish anything much. Because when you spend time undermining somebody else and trying to, be mischievous and malicious in order to get ahead in life, it usually doesn't work out for you. So I'm not one of those persons who deal with the dog eat dog kind of mentality. Not only that, in my years, of reading and, like I said, becoming more mature, I realized that the more you help somebody else to achieve is the more you achieve. Yes, together everyone achieves more. Whoever came up with that, great. Together everyone achieves more. So in order to help somebody along, or in order for you to move along, it's very important that you help the next person. You don't need to dog eat dog nothing. It's not normal for a dog to eat another dog. It's just not normal. Not that I know of. If it's something new, then I'm going to find out because I'm going to do some research. Yes. So, I have been reading this book called The Go-Giver. I don't remember who wrote it. I'll drop the name in the description. But The Go-Giver is a wonderful book that I read, and some of the principles that came out in The Go-Giver are principles that we live by every day without giving it a second thought, that it's something that we're actually doing and it actually works out for us. And if we are more intentional on doing them, we will see how much better it really works. Now, this book really covers 5 principles that I hope I can go ahead and make a series on a principle or 2 in each episode, right? So I'm hoping I'm able to do that. So stick with me, and what I'll do is I'll always drop the links of the episode before or the episode after so that you can continue and you can see the sequence and see how much you can apply those principles to your life, or to be more intentional in applying those principles to your life. Once again, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate your time. I appreciate every single second that you're here, every minute that you're here sharing with me. And I just want to ask you, how do you view the dog eat dog world kind of mentality? Are you one of those persons who, you think, say, I have to cut somebody's throat in order to survive? I have to go and, watch or scrutinize and make sure that I point out the errors of somebody else in order for my supervisor to recognize me as being a good leader or being a good, employee, so, I can get that promotion? Do you think you need to be like undermining other persons in order to move ahead? Or do you think that helping somebody else will also help you in the long run? So actually, the Go-Giver does not recognize the dog eat dog as something feasible, as something kind. It actually recognizes it as a competitiveness that's not necessary in order for persons to really achieve their goals, in order for everyone to be successful, in order for everyone to enjoy a piece of the pie. Those are my words, yeah. So, so I'm looking in my book because I have it written down here. So it talks about the secret to success is giving, it is sharing, right? And the more you give, really is the more you get. And you don't have to focus on what you're about to get or what you think you'll be getting. So while you're giving, don't waste the focus on looking back and say, okay, I'm going to give this, therefore I must get that. It takes your focus away from the meat of the matter, which is giving, which is sharing. Once you give and you share, it really does open up the portal for getting, that you don't have to focus on. And we'll talk about that as we go along in the series. So a lot of us think about I give you, you give me. And then more of us think about you give me first, then I give you, right? So it's almost like we're saying to the tap, give me water before I give the energy of even spinning the tap. Like the cart before the horse situation. And we tend to want to get before we can give. Yes. And that is something that we need to really look at, throwing through the door. We have to get. And we believe, it's like going to the bank and saying to the bank, give me the interest on my money, then I'll make a deposit. That's not going to happen, right? It's not going to happen. So what do? Go give your money to the bank. Yes. And then you get your interest. And it's not so much as focusing on what you will get after you give, but just focus on giving, and then you will start getting. And it also talks about the limitations that we set in the world where we say dog eat dog. It's because of our competitive nature. It's because we want to compete why we think we need to eat a dog in order to survive. You know what? If me eat down the dog there, that dog is gone, so it's just me. And I just continue that cycle of just clearing everything out of my way in order for me to thrive. And we shouldn't have to, go through life like that. We should be able to say, boy, make everybody achieve something. Yeah, win. Let's all win. Not a win, let's all win. And that's something else I'll talk about too, about the win-win, 50-50. You scratch my back, I scratch your back, but I won't get into that just yet. The book also opened my eyes to the notion that you don't always get what you want. And that's the truth. You don't always get what you want. However, you will get what you expect. So, let's put that into perspective. I want a mansion. I want a mansion that has 4 floors. Yeah, 5 bedrooms on the top floors, a kitchen that's spanning half of the first floor. I need my bathrooms to be room-sized bathrooms with jacuzzis, and I want all the nice things. That's what I want. Yes. So I want this mansion, but guess what? I look in my bank account and I see that I cannot afford that. I look at the type of job I do and I say, I would have to work 30 years at this rate, in order to achieve that mansion. I would have to probably, start working a second job. I would have to do this and I would have to do that. So what do? You say, all right, let me start off with we call it 1 story, which is just a ground floor, just, a walk-in floor. Let's just start with that and build a regular room and a regular bathroom and, a regular sized kitchen. And so you start focusing on that. That's exactly what you're going to get. Because now you're no longer expecting a mansion. You're expecting that 1 floor. That's what you're focusing on. Yes. So you're getting what you expect. You expect 1 floor. As a matter of fact, you expect not to get an increase. You expect to work the same job for the next 40 years in order just to, get to your mansion. And don't forget that while you're working for the 40 years, life continues and things still happen where, you are still spending and you're not able to see that mansion that you want. So you get what you expect. You expect a little house, is that you're going to get. Yeah. You expect a little house, not a mansion, is a little house you're going to get. If you're expecting a mansion, trust me, you are going to work towards that mansion. You are going to ensure that you put in the time, you do your investments, you do your due diligence and your searches, and you put yourself in a position to achieve that mansion, if that is what you expect. But the moment you start to plant doubts and you start to focus on those doubts, that is what happened. You will now get what you expect, which is a little house. Yeah. So thank you so much for staying with me, guys. I really do appreciate your time. I appreciate every second and every minute that you're watching this video. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed. And I thank you so much once again for sharing your time. Welcome to my video. So we are talking about, we are talking about the dog eat dog world. We are talking about getting what you expect and not necessarily what you want. We are talking about, do you really have to give up? Do you really have to cut somebody's throat? And I don't mean literally, I just mean figuratively. Like take somebody down, shove them out of the way by playing foul, in order for you to move up the ladder or to achieve something that you want to achieve. So my inspiration is from the book, The Go-Giver. I will put the link in the description box as to the authors of that book. Yeah, and the book speaks about the 5 laws of stratospheric success. Yes, and these are concepts that we apply daily to our lives, but not intentionally. We're not aware that we're doing it. And the more we become aware of it, is the more it will work in our favor, because we will be doing consciously what we know we are supposed to be doing. So once again, welcome. So this man, he applied what was called the law of value, which is the first law in the Go-Getter's 5 laws of stratospheric success. it is the law of value. No, it's not a law that you should say take lightly and give away stuff that you don't have. Okay, so what he did was he gave more in value than he was being paid for. So he gave more in value than he was being paid for. And the law is your true worth is determined by how much more you give in value than you take in payment. Okay? Your true worth is determined by how much more you give in value than you take in payment. Now, what kind of value could this hot dog vendor be giving? This is what he did. When children came, to get their hot dogs, and you know how little kids are. Oh, today's my birthday. And, you probably go give them a extra ketchup or something, or maybe a whole hot dog because it's, how many kids could be having birthday the same day, right? So this man, what he did was he went out of his way to remember the names of his customers. They were children. He tried to remember their date of birth, or if they had any special events going on in their lives, he would try to keep abreast. Yes, it's not that him a fast in people's business, but that was the value he was adding to his simple hot dogs. So he would greet them by names, and if it was their birthday, happy birthday, or how is your sister, how is your pet, how is Charlie doing, whatever. And then each child, would start to tell their friends, oh, you have to come to this hot dog stand because so-and-so, he remembers my name and he talks to me and I feel like I'm his friend and all of that. And so he started having more and more children coming to buy his hot dogs. And not only that, parents were, becoming, attached to him because of how he was dealing with their children. So what he did was he added value. He added value. It took nothing to know their names, to remember the date of birth. I mean, not everybody can do that. So whatever the value is that you can add to whatever service or product that you are giving, then you need to do that. It's called adding value. Now, you are not expected to give value and give away what you are doing. For example, adding value doesn't mean you're going to give everybody a hot dog every day. You would run out of business in a day or two, right? So it means doing whatever else you can do, the service. And it's not just a smile, how you do, good morning, whatever. It's giving genuine service. It's calling your clients by name. It's greeting them. It's if they say something to you, you genuinely become a part of the conversation and you just learn the skills of conversations and know when to, keep it in a 2-sentence conversation or 10 sentences, right? So the true value, your true worth is determined by how much you give in value than you take in payment. So this hot dog, purchasing this hot dog, selling this hot dog, eating became an experience for persons because they looked forward to being in an interactive conversation while they were having their hot dogs or while they were standing in line, to purchase their hot dogs. So give a little bit more than you expect to receive. It's not all the time. Something must be win-win. If I give you, you must give me. Or the fact that you're only buying a hot dog doesn't mean I slap the ketchup on, I slap the mustard on. And if you want, what's the other thing called relish or, something else, then you have to pay another cent for that or whatever. I am not saying you should give away. I am just saying add more value than what you are being paid for. So in my next video in this series, I will talk about the law of compensation. So the video today is talking about the law of value, which is giving more than you are receiving in payment. Yes. And then we'll talk about, it doesn't mean to give away your things free. Let me just say that. And then we will talk about the law of compensation, which is where you will tie in how to be compensated for the value that you are giving. Yes. So once again, I am really grateful that you stopped by. I thank you for every second, every minute that you watch this video. Go ahead and share this video with your family and your friends. And whatever your thoughts are about the discussion today, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. Remember, not everything works for everybody, but some principles are just general. They work, right? So try and remember somebody's name. Yes, try and remember them date of birth. Just remember that no, if them tell us that their mother or them father sick, 2 weeks from now when you see them, ask them how them do. Yes, these things add up. They do add up, right? Because when you think about it, your business ideas, what you're coming up with, what you see your neighbor doing, it's rarely anything new. It's something that has existed. What you bring to the table is what will make the difference, okay? So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, subscribe right now. Click the subscribe button, then click the notification bell. Yes, so that you never miss any of these awesome videos. And remember now, the thought for today is your true worth is determined by how much more you give in value than you receive in payment. So have a value added day.